Greetings everybody. In this video, I'll be showing how to use Spark DataFrame to process a JSON data file which is sourced from URA and do some transformation, create a table from transformed data which will then be used to answer a question. First, looking at the JSON dataset using an editor or a JSON file viewer, we can see that the file is multi-line and has a multi-level nested structure. Now let me share some design consideration for the solution. First, we've already seen that the data structure is multi-level and is a nested structure. Percentage slope calculation is straightforward, but I found that some data cleansing that need to be done to the percentage slope data along the way. And percentage unsold is basically just 100 minus percentage slope. And the question we're trying to answer is the top 20 private residential properties which have the most unsold units in terms of percentage. Now I'm going to walk you through the Python programs which I did in Jupyter Notebook. I'll skip the first part, which is just the import of libraries and functions I've defined. The first part here is a variable top x wanted which I've set to 20 because we wanted to answer questions about top 20. If we want to answer questions about top 10, I can easily switch the variable to 10. Then we go on to load the data file into a Spark data frame and review the schema. Now we can see that the data go down to a tier level, and which is why we need to do further processing on it. Otherwise, if we just look at the first 4 records of it, it looks quite messy. Next, let's explode the data structure to one level down and see how the first 4 record looks like. It looks a bit better, but it looks like we need to further explode. So we proceed to further explode the record structure at the developer sales level, and we'll end up with a schema like this. Looking at the data frame that is resulting from here, the first 4 records shows that we are almost there. Then I create a Spark data frame with all the columns, as well as do the calculation for a column called percentage slope and display the schema. I don't really need all the columns, so I will create a data frame for answering questions with only the columns that I need. Now that I have got all the columns in one level, I will display a few records and see how it looks like. Percentage sold has now due to number of units sold to date being 0. For a project that is not launched, I assume it's logical to have 0 units sold. I've also displayed the total record count there. Now let's go and create a temporary table from this data frame which I'll be used to serve my queries. Then I want to save the data frame as a CSV file. Initially, I tried to write from the Spark data with the repartition, but the file ended up in a folder which has the file but not with the file name that I want. So I converted the Spark data frame to a pandas data frame instead. And from the pandas data frame, then I saved that into a CSV file. From the temporary table, I'm going to use Spark SQL to query and look for the top 20 projects sold in terms of percentage. Projects are 100% sold or almost sold. In order to query the table for the top 20 unsold in terms of percentage, I considered that for the projects that have not started marketing, it makes sense that they will have 0 unit. Therefore, I'm going to exclude those that has not been launched and only look at the top 20 unsold by percentage for those that have launched. I want to save this data frame to a CSV file, but first let's convert it to a pandas data frame, and after that I'll display the data frame so that we can see what are the top 20 projects unsold in terms of percentage. Then I can save the pandas data frame to a CSV file. Looking at the 2 CSV files I have saved, we can see the first one contains 131 rows, whereas the second one contains 20 rows. Next part, I will be using the Seaborn library to plot a vertical bar chart for the top 20 projects unsold in terms of percentage. And this brings us to a visual answer to the questions that we're looking for. I'm going to explore the data a little bit more, but skip the first one and go on to this horizontal bar chart, which I wanted to say that it answers the same question, but I think it's more easy to look at because the project name are in the horizontal direction. In this one, I've added a district to the project in hoping to see what districts are they in. We see district 14 appearing a few times and a couple of district 19. Does that mean many units are sold there? Let's look at top 20 projects sold by number of units rather than percentage. I'm displaying the result in order of district number. Now we see district 14 does not have as many units sold compared to other districts. Overall, how many units are sold in each district? We can see district 19 is the winner with 3,000 over units. Let's plot the horizontal bar chart for how many units sold in each district. District 19 is leading, but what does district 19 refers to? I searched online and found the information, but I could not find a CSV kind of file to provide the complete mapping. So I took the information and created my own data set, which I loaded to GitHub. Then I created a mapping table, which I read into a Spark DataFrame and create a temporary table with the district number and location mapping. Now I changed the query again and I could now see the district number together with the town or the regions with the number of units sold. And here plotting a final bar chart for the number of units sold per district and town or regions. Now we've got Serangoon Garden, Hougang and Punggol. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope this is useful for you and I hope you have a nice day.